Good evening. Happy Tuesday to everybody. I trust that everybody had a good day today, or if it wasn't a good day, I hope that it's getting better for you. Anyway, the subject: start hitting the open mic. See, within the past, I would say probably year and a half, a few times, people have suggested to me or advised me or encouraged me to start hitting the open mics, not knowing that I've been attending open mics on and off for the past 19 years when I kicked off my comedy career by taking a comedy class. Let's see, when did this happen? A person made this comment about a year and a half ago, was a childhood friend who ended up becoming a booked comedian himself, who saw my videos on Facebook of me doing comedy in my living room. He said, "You got it. You're a natural. Start hitting the open mics, right?" Then he came to town. He saw me for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. We talked. He says he's going to introduce me to his comedian friend, I guess, who's a booker. But the only point was to introduce me to his friend so I can pay to take comedy classes. Been there, done that. I've taken comedy classes. You can't teach comedy. You can't learn comedy. It's something you gotta do, right? Practice by doing, trial and error. The second time someone told me to start hitting the old mics and to pay my dues was on this group on Facebook called Comedy Complaints, where I was making complaints, and other comics were who've been doing comedy less time than I have, started saying, "Start hitting the open mics. I paid my dues. Get out there and hit the mics." And then most recently, I've been going on this virtual comedy open mics, and they're saying, "Steve, you're hilarious. You're a natural. You know how to work the crowd. Have you been going to the open mics? Start going to the open mics." Enough of the open. It's funny. The comedy clubs, they don't want anything to do with you. They said I went to a workshop. The manager said, "You don't come to the industry. The industry comes to you." So the comedy clubs don't even want to hear from you unless you have a following, right? So yeah, the open mics are the only places to go. But you know what? You ever heard him sing, what happens in Vegas stays in, well, what happens in the open mics stays in the open mic. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how funny you are, okay? It matters how well you politic, how well you make friends, how well you can form into a clique, right? Fall into a clique or form your own clique, because you're lucky enough if a couple of comedians say hello to you first, because they all stay and they even sit together and they all huddle together, okay? And then often they don't only laugh at each other. And whenever they produce shows, they only put each other. How the hell are you supposed to get known by a comedy club if you're not in any real shows? If you're just going to, yeah, and okay, the way to discover maybe is to go to an open mic at a comedy club, but they're not very generous about. First, you gotta pull teeth just to get those 3 minutes. Okay, they encourage you to email. They don't even respond to the emails. You can show up there and you won't get any stage time in it. So that's a lot of bullshit. I don't know who the hell you gotta know to get 3 minutes open mic time. But anyway, I forgot what else. All right, I'm trying to look on. Another way to advance within a comedy community is to participate in these obnoxious roasts. Yes, comedians like to roast each other, their comedy competitions, birthday. I don't like that shit. I don't like the way they pose in their photos, like they're hot shit. And a lot of them have the nerve to say, "I'm the fun." I hate people who say, "I'm the best, I'm the funniest, I'm the greatest." The more they do it, the more I hate them. I don't even know why people like those. I don't want to be around those people. I don't want to be associated with those people, So I even tried starting my own mic, okay? That's another thing. They gotta like you to come to anything. Even if you're producing, if they like you and you're producing shows, even if you're the biggest pompous asshole, they love you. You get 50 likes. I don't know where the hell to go. All right, get my own following, right? I try to get my own following. Nobody wants to follow me on YouTube or Instagram. So Open mics. Try to work with the other comics. Other comics are stuck up with their heads up their ass. Try to go to the comedy clubs. Comedy clubs don't want to hear from you. That's why I stand in the street and do comedy, because at least I'm getting it out there. I don't got to hang around a bunch of assholes for 3 hours in a bar, okay? I want to get it out of my system. I'm not getting anywhere doing it at open mic anyway, so at least I'm getting it out there. I'm putting it on tape, and I'm not wasting my time, and I'm getting it out of my system. And people want to steal my shit, go ahead, because it's documented that I did it first. I even started to try to do this thing called the Bringer Network, because back east they have Bringer shows. So I wanted to start a network where we support each other and we go to each other's shows. And I made it easy for them to meet with me. I arranged a meeting in a pizza place right across the street from a popular open mic run by pompous assholes, so they could just meet with me in the pizza place before they. And a lot of them type in, like on Facebook, I'm coming, because they didn't fucking show up. They didn't show it up at all. So, that's why I do my own thing. And that's all I have to say. I'll be back with more entertainment for you real soon. Thanks for watching if you're still there. I'm out.